Hi, Charlie Hoffheimer. We're discussing what every woman should know about separation agreements. And one of the most difficult areas has to do with retirement plans and pension plans. Now, we won't cover all of these plans in this session, but over time, we will cover as many as we can. And we're going to start with what's called a defined contribution plan. This could be a 401k plan, a deferred compensation plan. It could be a money purchase pension plan. But essentially, in a defined contribution plan, there's a specific amount of money that's contributed each year. That's the defined contribution part of the plan. And those contributions are made each year until ultimately a person retires, at which point they can then start drawing on their retirement if they're of the qualified age. Now, under Virginia law anyway, which is 20-107.3, there are formulas by which these plans are divided. It's called the marital share of the plan. And the marital share of the plan is determined as follows. You take the number of years that you were married while your husband was employed over the total number of years of his employment, times 50%, which is the marital share, times the benefit received, and that could either be a lump sum, the total amount of the plan, or some portion of the plan. So, give you an example. Let's assume that there was $100,000 in this 401k plan, and you were married for 8 of the 10 years that your husband contributed to that plan.
Yeah.
So you would take 8 over 10, which would be 4/5 times 50%, and 4/5 is 80, so half of that is 40%. 40% of that $100,000 would be yours. And therefore, you would receive $40,000 upon the divorce, and also there has to be what's called a quadro, a qualified domestic relations order entered in order to qualify for the plan if it belongs to a private company. If your husband works for the government or works for the military or works for the state of Virginia, you would probably need an ADRO, an administrative divorce order, as a retirement order. So, depending on the type of plan and depending on the type of employer, that will determine not only what you receive, but what you have to do in order to actually obtain those retirement benefits. This is very complicated. Please feel free to research this on the internet, and if necessary, set up a meeting with one of our attorneys, because you can never be too confident regarding retirement plans. They're difficult, complex, and oftentimes we get help on them from other professionals if they get particularly cumbersome. So thank you, and hope this is helpful.